Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Annette Kessler here with a new video tutorial, and it is time for another paper perk. This is paper perk day. We are already at paper perk number 41. I cannot believe this. So today I have something really fun for you. I really love this. We are going to make a little spell book. Obviously we're continuing with the Halloween theme, so we're going to make a spell book. We have the pages here with all kinds of ingredients for spells and little handwritten notes and such, and then we also have the cover. So I'm going to show you how to make this book. For our Ko-fi supporters, we have another set of pages, and these are a little bit more detailed. And of course, if you are a supporter and you get this and you get the other paper perk, then you can mix and match the pages, obviously. And we have 9 pages here. And for our monthly supporters, we have some old book covers. Not all of them match the size of the pages. Some are slightly bigger because I thought it will be really nice for you to be able to play with the size of the pages. If you have some coffee or tea stained papers, then you can make other books maybe a little bit larger with the same technique. And you'll have books that are not spell books. They can be books, little books for Christmas, for any other vintage or steampunk project that you want to make. So our monthly supporters get a lot more options with these book covers. So I'm going to cut the pages and then be back. Okay, so what you need to do after you cut all the pages is fold them in half. I didn't want you to sit and watch me fold all the pages, so I went ahead and folded them. Basically, just fold them in half like this, and then you burnish the fold with your bone folder. Next, we're going to attach the pages back to back. So you decide which one you want to be your first page. Let's say it's this one, doesn't really matter. And then you apply glue to the back, and then attach the next page. Just align them like this, and then continue to attach all the pages. I like to use some liquid glue for this, because liquid glue allows me to move everything to the position that I need it to be. And also in bookbinding, which is what we're doing, even though it's very small scale, in bookbinding you use liquid glue. You never use double-sided tape or anything, because the liquid glue very partly absorbs into the paper and then makes everything stronger. So you don't want... Okay, so next we have to make sure that we glue everything in the right direction. So I was saying that this is in bookbinding. We want everything to be strong and to glue properly to each other. We want all the pages to glue nicely. I know you can do that with double-sided tape, but I'm kind of old-fashioned this way. I actually learned about bookbinding from my grandfather, so I just continue what he did. So just Make sure that all the pages face the right direction. This is really easy when it's very small because you can hold the pages in one hand, really like this one, and then attach them. When you're doing this with a larger book, and you're working with signatures and you need to sew, and mini books are much easier. Okay, so now we have everything glued together. Our next phase is this guy. This is a gauze, a regular gauze that I got at the pharmacy. They come in big bunches, piles, packages, boxes, and they are really, really strong. They look very frail, but basically it's a fabric, and when you mix it with glue, with liquid glue, it becomes like concrete, like steel. It is so strong. So what we're going to do is we're going to reinforce our spine here, because we're going to do a lot of flipping on the pages and we don't want anything to tear. So apply glue to the spine and a little bit to the sides like this, and then take a piece of your gauze. It curls sometimes, and then attach it to the spine of the book, and then you let it dry. We're going to cut the excess after it's dry. So I've cut the excess more or less, and now this is what we have. And we can now make sure that our pages are working properly. If they're a little bit glued, you can release them, and we're going to continue our next step. So our next step is to distress this a little bit. It is a spell book and it's supposed to look like it's been used a lot, and what we're going to do is we're going to close the book, take our scissors, and then simply do this. Just move our scissors along the paper, and that will create a distressed look to it. Now, don't try to do this individually, because I will show you what happens. See, the paper is too thin and it might tear, so you don't want to do that. That's why we're holding them together, and we're going to move our scissors as many times as you need to achieve this distressed look. Okay, next we're going to bring some ink, distress ink, and we're going to ink all the edges. See, this tears too much, tore too much. We're going to ink the edges of the book, of the pages. And then what I also like to do is just go, now we can open them and then ink the edges that we missed. We don't want any white, or as little white as possible to show. And I also like to, especially the corners, you know, when you look at a book many times, we call them ears. So the books get ears. See, looks like this. Looks like it's been used a lot. So you can go ahead and add some inking on the inside if you want, just to make sure that it has that worn, used look to it. But again, up to you. I'm using a walnut stain here because the vintage photo, this one is slightly too red kind of for me. So I like this color better. This is the vintage photo and this is the walnut stain. I'm going to ink both of them just so you'll have a choice. Okay, so now book looks really torn, and we can go ahead and attach the binding. Now the cover. You see that the cover is longer than the book. Why is that? The pages. Because we need to compensate for this spine. So when you do this, you see that it matches perfectly. So first we're going to apply glue to one side, and then attach and then we're going to add glue to the spine. We're going to do this in steps. Want to make sure that the spine really connects, really attaches properly, and then finally apply glue to the other side. And then of course we're going to also going to distress the cover a little bit. On all sides. We can also very slightly move our scissors to create the same distressed effect, and then ink again. Now our supporters, our monthly supporters, can use this, all these, or you can use the larger one and cut them. That will look really, really pretty on each of those. So that will give you many more ideas. So this is our little tiny book. And I think it is just so adorable. What do you think? So I just want to show you another book that I have. So this is another book that I made. And this book has a faux leather cover. So if you want to make this cover, to learn how to make this cover, this tutorial is available for our channel members. You can join to be a channel member. There is a join button And there's also a link under the video to join. And then you get all kinds of exclusive video tutorials just for channel members. They are called the Extra Monthly Tip. So this is our monthly tip for our members, how to make a faux leather cover for our spell book. So I really hope you join. It really helps me to continue making all the free videos and the paper perks. So it's just a few dollars a month and you are really helping me. So go ahead and join and learn how to make this amazing faux leather cover. So I really hope you like this tutorial. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click on the little bell icon to be notified when I upload a new video, so you won't miss anything and you'll be able to follow all the tutorials and make all the projects. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you next time.